Hi. It's August 7th, Saturday evening. I just want to do a quick update. I moved in. I'm in San Francisco. It's a mess. Like, it's a royal mess. There's still like boxes. Like, I'm trying to like organize. And put stuff away, but for the most part it's like it's coming along. And my brother is still in the neighborhood, and he and my sister-in-law had like a great day sightseeing, and then we had breakfast together, and we met up for dinner. I've never had ramen before. I mean, I've had noodles, like cup of noodles. That's what they told me. They're like, it's, imagine like a high-end cup of noodles. I was like, oh, okay. Because I don't usually eat out. So I was like, sure, I'll try it. It was freaking delicious. It was like a mushroom one. And we invited my loved one that's out here, and it was so great. Like, it was such a great time to reconnect. My brother hadn't seen her since she was like 5, or what he remembers. So it was really neat to just like experience reconnecting. And it was so beautiful because we drove back. Well, we were talking and just kind of catching up and talking about, this particular side of the family, and the realization, right, that again, this intergenerational trauma that we all know exists, or at least our generation knows exists, and the awareness of it, and the choice of doing something different, which is so great. Because the funny thing is that the last video that I posted, was the video where I'm talking about what happened after the image that I got from my neighbor, like the gun, and the gun being pointed at the side of me, and that there was a police officer who was dressed like a police officer, but it wasn't a police officer. And so the video is talking about like me posting on that video, and then what ended up unfolding with my neighbors at my old place, and that realization of like being triggered back to my childhood. And so that's the last video that I posted. I haven't posted because I've been busy, like just trying to settle in. But it's funny because, again, the flow of the conversation that's what we talked about today. Just because my sister-in-law isn't familiar with this side of the family, and so we were just kind of talking and sharing our truth and how we are experiencing our family, and or at least this side of the family, and just the general acknowledgement, right, from us three. Even though we haven't connected, we all see the truth, right? And we see the trauma, we see the pain, and we see the cycles, right, that were repeated, and the awareness of like, we don't want to be caught up in that same cycle. And again, it's nobody's fault. Things unfolded in a certain way for a reason. But just, it was really cool and really neat to be able to have this flow of conversation around these sensitive topics in our family, and just have that level of awareness and recognition, and just validating the experience for what it is for our parents, if you will, or for that generation, acknowledging the trials and the struggles and the pain and the hurt that they went through, and why our upbringing occurred in such a way, and then just us realizing it and wanting to do something different. It was just beautiful to watch and unfold, and to hear and listen, and just inspired. And then it was beautiful because then on the way back, my cousin and I dropped her off before I was looking for parking, and she's just like, I'm in love with your family. Like, I'm just in love with it. And that comment that my brother made, he made a certain comment about his level of awareness and where his priority is right now, which was focusing on his immediate family, himself, his wife, and his kids, in terms of healing, doing the healing work, because he recognizes that his communication is not where he would like it to be, and being proactive in, one, recognizing it, two, doing something about it, and being motivated out of love, and I think everybody, even not to say that our parents weren't, they were, like, they were motivated out of love to, I think parents in general, I can't speak because I'm not I can speak based on my observations, but I'm not a parent to know this for sure, but from what I see, parents want the best for their children, right? Parents will change what they're able to change to better the lives of their children. At least the desire is there, right? Unless there's so much pain and hurt where, because I've seen that happen also, where there's families where children remind them of triggers of their own past, where they actually have to kind of like push children away because the pain is so intense. The pain is just so ingrained and deep within themselves that they are not able to. So it's not that they don't want to, it's just that they're not able or at that point. So anyways, it was really great to witness and experience, and again, this comfort in knowing that, and I told my loved one, I was like, we are at the brink of this transformation occurring in our family. Like, we are living proof and examples of us breaking these barriers, breaking these constructs, breaking these cycles of hurt, of intergenerational trauma, to where we're paving the way, right? We're making space for the new. So pretty neat stuff. Yeah, so I'm in San Francisco. It's official. I'm in San Francisco, so now my focus is on just continuing to unpack, settling in, starting my new job, and just finding a way to stay balanced and continuing to explore this creative side, this hometown feeling that I have, that I was explaining to my loved one. I'm like, I feel like I'm coming home. That's what it feels like. Like, I walked down the street, I walked for an hour today, and it was just like, it just felt like I was home. It's just the weirdest feeling of just this comfort. Like, there was no fear. If there was something unknown, it was more like curious, like, oh, what's that? Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, freaking out. No, it was this feeling of like, I'm meant to be here. So I'm super excited, super stoked. I came back late, and I woke up this morning with another Abraham Hicks cartoon morning message, and it talked about the vibration, and it talked about because lately I've been a little stuck in my head. Like, on the drive to San Francisco, I came with my sister-in-law. We were just talking, and I was still stuck on the past a little bit, and a little much. And then she's just like, you need to stop doing this to yourself. And I'm just like, I mean, she says I don't have closure. I feel like I have the I don't know. I just need to accept what is, right? Even though I just need to accept what is. And that's what I'm working on. I'm just accepting what is. Yeah, just accepting what is. And so the messages from Abraham Hicks, it's hitting what I'm supposed to learn, and just accepting what is and moving on, and trying not to, because I tend to do that, right? I think people who've had depression before, there's this tendency to replay, because you're still trying to process, or there's like unanswered questions almost of wanting to understand. And so Abraham Hicks did a really good job of like breaking that down a little bit, and talking a little bit about like why it's helpful to not do that. And so, and it's, but we're humans. That's just reality. Like, I think just everything with time, right? time, space, and awareness for healing. So that's where I'm at with that. And I need to stop replaying. I need to stop, I need to move forward. And I'm so grateful. Like, I cried. And I'm just grateful for this new beginning. This new chapter in a new space. Because I'm very visual. I'm very visual. And so, like, I remember images. And so this is good. This feels good to create new visual images for myself. So that's all I want to share on. Just an update, because it's been a while. And yeah, we'll get back to work. So you guys take care. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.